Get ready, because everything you thought you knew about twisted love is only half the story. What if I told you that Ava and Alex's romance wasn't just forbidden, but dangerously addictive? Let's just say it's messier than it looks. Ava Chen seems like the embodiment of happiness. Her presence feels like stepping into the first warm day of spring, bright, inviting, and full of possibility. She's endlessly kind, offering smiles even when no one else notices. And her passion for photography allows her to freeze fleeting moments that the rest of the world rushes past. Every click of her camera captures fragments of beauty that others are too busy or too jaded to see. She's the type of person who makes you believe that maybe the world isn't as broken as it seems. But even sunshine casts shadows. Beneath Ava's bright exterior lies a history marked by deep wounds, a childhood filled with fear, abandonment, and survival. Her light wasn't inherited, it was hard-won, built on the ashes of everything she once lost. And then there's Alex Volkov, the perfect foil to her warmth. If Ava is sunshine, Alex is the winter storm that follows. He spent his life believing that love is a weapon used against the weak, that emotions are distractions leading to ruin. His icy demeanor isn't born from arrogance, but from necessity. A shield crafted after betrayal left him with nothing. Ava and Alex were never meant to collide. She was his best friend's sister, sacred ground he swore to respect. Watching over her should have been simple. But tell me, how do you guard a flame that's determined to melt your defenses? At first, it's subtle, a flicker of a glance across a crowded room. A moment where their eyes meet a little too long, lingering like an unspoken secret. The tension between them hums quietly, invisible to everyone else, but almost suffocating to them. It's the kind of electricity that crackles under the surface, waiting for just the right moment to ignite. Ava tries to convince herself it's harmless. A silly crush, a trick of the heart. After all, Alex Volkov is cold, distant, and far too dangerous for someone like her. And Alex? He buries himself in logic, telling himself he's above this, that he can protect Ava without ever crossing the line. But emotions aren't rational. They seep into the cracks you didn't know existed, growing roots in the spaces you left undefended. They tell themselves it's innocent. A smile here, a laugh there, just proximity, just circumstance. But emotions are like wildfire. You think you can contain them, you build walls, dig trenches, pray for rain, yet one stray spark is all it takes to set everything ablaze. And with every stolen glance, every accidental brush of fingers, the line between duty and desire blurs until it vanishes entirely, leaving behind a connection too fierce, too forbidden to deny. What readers often miss about twisted love is that it's not just a slow burn romance. Beneath the surface, it's a psychological game of self-destruction, a dance between two broken souls clinging to the parts of each other they don't know how to heal. Alex isn't drawn to Ava simply because she's beautiful or kind. He's drawn to her because she represents something he has spent his whole life believing he could never have: light, innocence, hope. Every smile from Ava feels like a glimpse into a world he was exiled from long ago. And Ava, whether she consciously realizes it or not, is magnetized by the safety she senses in Alex's unwavering presence. It's the kind of safety she's been craving since the day her world was first torn apart. But that's the tragic beauty of it. Their connection isn't healthy. It's built on need, on desperation, on two people trying to fill voids too deep for anyone else to reach. It's not rational, it's not even safe, but it's painfully, devastatingly real. And just when you find yourself hoping that love might be enough to save them, reality crashes down like a wrecking ball, shattering the illusion and reminding both Ava and Alex that love without truth is just another kind of betrayal. Because Alex Volkov has secrets, dark, heavy truths he has buried so deep that even he pretends they no longer exist. But lies have a way of clawing their way to the surface, and Ava's trust, built so carefully on moments of tenderness and whispered promises, rests on a crumbling foundation she has yet to see. When the truth finally comes out, that Alex is entangled in the very tragedy that left Ava scarred for life, it doesn't just break her heart, it dismantles her reality piece by piece, like watching your house burn down while you're still standing inside it. Imagine handing your heart to someone, believing they were your shelter, only to realize they were the storm that destroyed you. How do you forgive betrayal so intimate, so complete? How do you unsee the damage woven into the person you love? Ava doesn't find an answer. There are no neatly tied lessons or second chances in that moment, only raw survival. So she does the one thing her past taught her to do. She runs. She saves herself before she can be shattered beyond repair, even if it means leaving behind the only man who ever made her feel seen. Sometimes, survival means choosing yourself, even when your heart begs you not to. Before we continue with this video, I want to ask for your help. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of this month, so I'd really appreciate if you would subscribe and help me out. Okay, let's continue. Heartbreak isn't always loud. Sometimes it's not the screaming matches or the dramatic goodbyes that haunt you. Sometimes it's the quiet moments that hurt the most. It's waking up to the cold emptiness of the other side of the bed. It's staring at the photos you can't bring yourself to delete, knowing they belong to a version of you that doesn't exist anymore. It's the sudden ache that sneaks up on you in the middle of an ordinary Tuesday, when a song, a smell, or a memory blindsides you out of nowhere. Ava rebuilds herself piece by piece, picking up the shattered parts of her life with a stubborn kind of grace, refusing to let betrayal be the final chapter of her story. But some scars are written so deep into your skin that even time struggles to fade them. And far away from her, Alex Volkov comes to a realization more brutal than any loss he's ever suffered. Power, success, money. None of it matters if you lose the only person who made you believe you still had a soul. Alex tries to let her go. He tells himself that it's better this way, that she's safer without him. He tries to believe that distance will heal the damage. But real love doesn't die a quiet death. It claws at your chest in the dead of night. It whispers your regrets back to you until you can't tell memory from dream. And so, for the first time, Alex fights not with manipulation or strategy, but with the terrifying vulnerability of a man who has nothing left to lose and everything left to prove. When Alex comes back into Ava's life, he's not the same man she once knew. The polished, untouchable exterior he used to wear like a second skin is gone. His armor has been stripped away, piece by painful piece, leaving someone raw, human, and heartbreakingly vulnerable. His pride, the shield that once kept everyone at arm's length, is shattered beyond recognition. Alex doesn't try to charm his way back into Ava's heart. There are no grand speeches, no dramatic promises. Instead, he lays his heart bare at her feet, silent but pleading, fully prepared for her to crush it if that's what she needs to heal. But what he doesn't know is that Ava has changed too. She's no longer the girl who needed protection, the one who looked to others to save her from the world. She became her own savior. She learned that strength doesn't come from hiding your scars, it comes from owning them. As Alex drops to his knees, not out of defeat, but out of genuine surrender, Ava faces a decision far more complicated than forgiveness. It isn't about whether she can trust him again. It isn't about whether he deserves redemption. It's about whether she can choose love, knowing it could break her a second time. That's the part of twisted love no one ever warns you about. The most powerful relationships aren't built on fairy tale perfection. They're built by two broken people who are willing to stand side by side, facing down their demons together. Because real love is messy, painful, terrifying, and still, somehow, worth it. The final moments of twisted love aren't about a fairy tale ending. They're about acceptance, about realizing that healing isn't about forgetting the past, but choosing to live despite it. Ava and Alex don't promise each other forever because forever is fragile. Instead, they promise to choose each other every broken day, every imperfect night. And maybe that's the most powerful love story of all. So yes, you've been lied to about twisted love. It's not just enemies to lovers. It's not just forbidden romance. It's a story about surviving your own darkness, about daring to trust again, about understanding that the strongest relationships aren't built from perfection. They're built from resilience. If you stayed until the end, you now know the real twisted love story, one filled with scars, second chances, and the kind of messy, beautiful healing that most people are too afraid to chase. If you enjoyed seeing the truth behind Ava and Alex's journey, make sure to subscribe and stick around. And if you thought this story was dark, just wait until you see what's coming next.